So good morning and welcome back to another video. Today is kind of the morning after the night before. Yesterday, the UK, we kind of got the back end of a storm called, I think it was Storm Malik, I believe it was called, but the East Coast, we kind of got a bit of a battering with winds. So I've come down to Spain Point to the coast, a very exposed area, and I can see, just by the amount of debris, the way the old debris shifted around, the amount of new debris, that this place took a hell of a battering yesterday. So I'm kind of hoping that some things have shifted around, some new things may have appeared, and we're going to take some nice photographs of those this morning. Now, behind me you may be able to see there is a bit of a colourful sunrise, somewhat materialising. The problem I think I'm going to have with this one is just over on the horizon there is a very dark band of low cloud, which, looking at the colour that's here, I think it's probably going to stifle it somewhat. So I'm not expecting a gloriously beautiful sunrise. There was a lot of gloriously there, wasn't there? But what would be nice is if some of this colour does just hang around for a little while and we can maybe get some pretty photos. So I'm going to take a walk along the beach and just see if any new debris or any old debris is shifted around and just have a play with what's here this morning. So let's get stuck in and go take some seascapes using a Canon 1D Mark III from Spain Point this morning. Okay, so I'm kind of jumping straight into the first photograph here. You can see there is some colour kicking off in the sky behind me. I've seen this sort of light before. It doesn't tend to last long, so I just wanted to get one photograph in the bag before it all kicked off. So I'm using this big old concrete slab just as a big massive foreground interest with all the colour in the sky behind it and a slight long exposure of around half a second just to smooth out some of the water and hopefully catch some of the reflection of the orange light in the sky. So here's the first image, and I'm going to try and get down there to another subject as quickly as possible before all this light disappears. So here's the first image, and we're going to go that way. Alright, so as I said at the start of the video, as I was expecting, the colour didn't last all that long. We did get a nice flare up of oranges and reds in the sky, but it's not lasted all that long. It is kind of starting to fade away, but you can see above me up there is some awesome texture in the clouds. So I managed to take another photograph of a concrete slab, kind of leading and curving round towards another concrete slab in the background. Slight long exposure, some nice colour in the sky. So I'm going to show that image now, and I'm going to hopefully head off and find something else before all of this colour does indeed disappear. So here's the second image, let's go find something else. Right, so I really don't like where I'm stood right now. It's squelchy. It's very soft sand, and I'm a little bit concerned about my camera falling over, so I really wish it wasn't where it is right now. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this sucks. Right. I'm now lovely and moist. Just out in the water here, there's a little sandbar that's poking out, and it's catching the reflection of the sky and the colour quite nicely. It's very, very minimalistic, I'll put it that way, but I quite like it. So I'm just going to fettle around with the composition a little bit. Just over there in the sky, the sun's just starting to peek through and create this little ball of bright light and a light source in the sky. I quite like that. I can just see the sun's poke through a gap in the clouds. So obviously the sun has now risen, so this light here isn't going to last too much longer. So let's just see what I can do here. I need a pattern or a texture. in this sand somewhere. Let's have a look. I would have liked something as a subject, maybe a line in the sand or something, but I can't create that if it's not here. I may have to move around. I've got this idea in my head, so I'm going to persist with it, and I'm just going to see how it turns out. So this is my Canon 1D Mark III. It's a 10 megapixel camera. It's old. It's from 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. I still haven't found the place where it fits into my photography at the minute, so I don't really use it too often, but it's a nice fun camera to bring out and play with now and again. Looking at the conditions and where I am right now, I'm not too sure if there's going to be any more photographs to be taken today. The light's all but gone. The sky's clearing up, it's getting quite blue now, and the tide's receded, so everything on the beach is now, there's going to be no water, there's going to be no real interest around here anymore, so I think the photos are all but done with today. But I just want to leave on a bit of a sentimental note. I think people in life, I think there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure in people's daily lives at the minute, mine included. I have my own pressures, I have a full-time job, I have 4 children. I have things going on in my personal life that I'm having to deal with at the minute, and I think it's important to find that happy place. Now, this sounds really silly, doesn't it? But for me, this is my happy place. I absolutely love being out by the coast at sunrise on a beautiful day, get some beautiful colour in the sky, being by myself, on my own thoughts, my own fun, my own enjoyment. This is what I love, and this is why I do this photography. It's not always about the photography for me. I enjoy being out just as much as I enjoy taking the photographs. My love of photography came from a love of being outdoors, if that makes sense. I always enjoyed being outdoors as a child. I was brought up in a hiking family. My parents used to drag us out of bed on a Sunday morning, kicking and screaming, I don't want to go, I hate it. And in reality, I absolutely loved it. And that carried through into my adult life. And one day I took a camera along with me, and for some reason, I found the thing for me. You know, everyone has that thing that's for them, and I found that photography was for me. But it came first and foremost from a love of being outdoors. So find your happy place. Find that thing that you enjoy doing. Find you, is what I'm going to say. And I think with photography and this whole YouTube thing, I think I found myself. I'm waffling on now and I'm getting really sort of sentimental here, aren't I? But yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that thought. If you have enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really does help the video out and it brings new viewers to my channel, and I do appreciate that. If you enjoyed it a little bit more than that, there's a subscribe button somewhere below me. You can press that and you'll see more nonsense from me in the future. My videos are usually a little bit longer than this one, usually a little bit more content filled, but after the light we got first off, there's no point pushing it when there's no more light around, so a little bit of a short one today. So until the next time, it's peace and goodbye.